Hello there, greetings. I'm back, as you can see. Waiting for whoops. Greetings, everyone, for this quick update or broadcast updating broadcast, whatever you want to call it. All right. As for this connection, we'll open it up to maybe other beings, not just Galactic Federation of Light. I had to call it something, so I figured I haven't heard from them for a little bit. I do see some movement of positivity of our alien friends to bring us knowledge. Yeah, I definitely feel it. Also, recently I have been, had some kind of a not so friendly visitation the last couple of days. I finally think I got removed where it was, basically because I made the bad aliens mad. I just finally figured out what was going on, so that's okay. We're all good, as far as I can tell. Yeah, we're fine. It's just it's okay. Let them do whatever they must do. Yeah, they're not too happy at this time. I don't know. I don't know what to say for them. Okay. All right. For those that are new to all this, I'm going to show you some of my the Oracle cards I have in the works. But first, those that are new to all this is ivantower.com. This is private sessions. This is also this is a calendar. This is gift cards. It's also have Google Hangout, Skype, Zoom, and channeling by phone. It's all recorded. Also, you can submit a question. And 5-minute question is also, these dealings, and also there's iPhone and Google phone. Actually, I should update the webinar. The webinar, which is here, will be because I have to go out of town. I'm going to do it on Tuesday. Yes, I'm going to do it on Tuesday, and then the next one will be on Friday. I was going to do Saturday, but I believe I'll be okay to do it on Friday if all goes well on this. So that's only this week, and the rest of the week, everything will go back to normal. Of course, Thanksgiving is coming up also, so I'll probably do around the same thing. Well, when we get to that, we'll get to that. It's also Spirit Social. They have a submit question, healing, past life regression, message from Yeshua, channeling, consulting, 5-minute healing. Spiritual connection, one question from a day, chakra healing from a day, soul pain for Stephanie, jug reiki for Miguel. So this keeps the broadcast alive. There's also a donation if you like. That helps keep all this going. It keeps the insanity going. And much appreciated. Also, we have Oracle cards that are going to be coming out soon. I'll give you a slight preview of what some of this stuff looks like. Whoop. And what it looks like is something like this. So this is the Prime Creator card. I don't know if I posted this earlier, but this is the Prime. I don't think I did. Prime Creator. So it's a big fish. I was going to put a little boy there. It's like, you know what? I don't think I want to put a little boy on my cards. So now we have a big fish instead. And we have another one. I forget what this card is, but this one's kind of a rabbit pulling a man out of a hat. So that one's funny. And the next one is, this one's neat. Just the frog magician. So I try to change it up a little bit. So this is what's in the pipeline. So those are pretty neat. Those will be available probably the end of, I would say the end of November, probably. I think it's like time. So those are fun to put together. It'll be 30 of them. They'll have messages on the cards. And I got most of the artwork. I'm basically waiting for artwork. I can basically have it done quicker, but that makes it a little bit more interesting. So, and the images have messages. Well, sort of. They give you kind of a feeling, basically. Hopefully, a positive one. It should. So, for the most part, so it's fun. Oh yeah, I have. That's right. One more I want to show. I don't think I showed here. This is a neat one. Work. This is a tree. It's a surrealism. So I was gonna have like a normal tree person, but I don't know. I like the surrealism better, actually. I mean, I like them both. I mean, I have a tree person, like you see like a face in a tree. But this is a little bit, this has a lot more to it. Surrealism is just as great. So it's definitely different. I give it that. So I was going to have other surrealism type of stuff too. So I'm having fun with it. It's magic cards, but it has other, well, it's different. Let's put it that way. So we'll see where it goes. I have other ideas for other creations, but let's see if these are get any popular attention. So yeah, I thought about doing. Still feels right, even without all the. I guess maybe I'm just getting a download. Maybe it's not really an attack; it's more of a download. Yeah, attack. Because I was thinking about dragon cards. Like a 4-headed dragon, 3-headed dragon, humanoid dragon. Yeah. So I think a lot of people can connect to the dragons, and the positive dragons, of course. Yeah, I feel that. So, and it's also very Agarthian. It's very familiar, and kind of, the dragon stuff I'm getting. I think it's most of them just getting a download, and I'm getting I think they're just getting my attention. Oh yeah, and there's somebody over there. I don't know who that is. Somebody broke in and went to sleep. So that's Zoe. Surprised it's quiet. Usually it's just, well, it wasn't quiet a few minutes ago. So I'm not going to wake him up. I don't want to hear it. Okay. Yeah, with the fires in California, there's a high possibility, most likely, of like a HARP type of technology used, like a laser beam. I wouldn't doubt it. That's what happened to California. And somebody said before in Mexico, the earthquake, there was like a light of some kind, like a blue light, and then the earthquakes happened. So most like, yeah, it's weather wars. Also, they have that movie Geostorm. I think it's out right now, which is kind of fascinating. Kind of a stupid movie, but how weather technologies are used. That's probably a message from the elites. They're trying to wipe us off the face of the earth, basically, and using technologies from space. So I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it at all. Also, I forgot because I can't remember everything. The channelings yesterday at the parks was that the hurricanes like Irma was tampered with. I mean, Mother Earth created it, and it was tampered. And as you can see, you got a Cat 5. I think Maria was probably the other one. I don't know about Harvey. They didn't say which ones. I don't think Harvey was, but Maria was, and Irma I think was tampered with. Harvey wasn't really that bad. It's just that where it hit, and Houston's not exactly in the best spot. So it's a low area, so it just sucked. It wasn't even a direct hit. So it wasn't a good situation, but it does seem like Maria and Irma were manipulated from what it feels like. So as for weather wars, um, hmm, well, we'll connect and find out if they'll give us anything on that. It does feel like what I'm getting is like a part of the Illuminati is they're not always getting along with each other. Like there's an Asian version. I don't think there's a Russian version, but there's different versions of it. You have the Rothschild situation, but then you have the Asians that are trying to do their own money and stuff like that. So I think it's just them, and that's probably. I think there's three, but I'm only seeing two, but there's three of them. There's like three Illuminati groups, big ones, and they're kind of like they're not always getting along with each other. And I mean, some of this what's happening could be because of what's going on with North Korea. Possibly, it's like don't mess with our North Korea. So just shine a little light to your California, because they don't have the elites at the higher. I mean, off planet, because it feels like a lot of this is off planet. But I guess this. I mean, why that happened? Why you have fires in California? It feels like is like the gods got pissed off, and they're not exactly against us, maybe, but just got they're just having their little whatever it's going on with each other. And so, it might be some of it. I mean, they just use us to get their anger out, basically. But yeah, it does, like groups in the CIA and stuff like that, they might get pissed off and just, shine a light to California, for example, or something around those lines. That's where at least that's where I'm getting is like, your group shouldn't have did this or you guys shouldn't have did that. So we're just going to come over and screw around with you. As for like what's going on in Yemen, etc. But what's going on with, can you do that somewhere else? Apparently not. No. Yeah, it's female nudity going on at this moment. So, anyway, decent exposure, I guess you can call it. So here I'm trying to concentrate. It's like so that's what it seems like what's going on. It's just it does feel like it's off planet though. I mean, they're the elite society. They have their own everything. They don't need money, and they're just screwing around with us. We're just a bunch of minions, basically. And the war ever. Let's see. Because I'm not sure this is going to truly come through a being. But like California is, let's see here. What do we got? What do we got for you, everybody? Yeah, they're not going to tell me a whole lot, but California seems to be just a playground. I mean, technically, the whole world's a playground. But of course, they have to be careful. And they did have that movie Weather Wars. So it's kind of like they're putting their karma out there. It's like, hey, look what we're doing, and then they go and do it, sort of. And there might be testing out stuff, but it does seem like there's some anger there with what happened in California. I mean, what caused it? I mean, them using their super technologies, and somebody just got angry and just did their thing. So, as for let's see, the hurricane, like the earthquakes, right? For the earthquakes, it feels they're testing. It does seem also they want to loosen the ground a little bit. They're doing something underground, it feels. in that area of Mexico. Of course, I'm not going to really say what. As for the hurricane situation seemed like some of that was money related, meaning they partly they want to just wipe out that area and rebuild it. They have their own. They probably have other elites there that they didn't really care much for, so causing them they don't think anything of the little people. That's for sure. Us would not have to work, so they don't think anything of that. At least the lower energies don't. But also, I think it was Alex Jones that said that the positive Illuminati aren't that well organized. I disagree with that. I think they are well organized. It's just the darker Illuminati energies. It's hard to compete with beings that go very low. I mean, they hit as low as they can, below the belt, whatever. I mean, it's hard to deal with something like that when they don't care at all, and it's like why would you like the hurricanes in the islands and California? It's just these yeah it's all funny, which I'm getting some of that actually. Just a big joke. So yeah, as more as we go in our down the rabbit hole, you get more of an idea how the elites operate. Yeah, you got the Rothschild. Yeah, that's still a minion. Yeah, he's a billionaire, but he's still a minion. Yeah, he might show his fear. You have the CIA. Still more minions. When you go up to the top, they see everybody. It's just kind of disposable, basically. Even them, and of course, the reptilians and them probably see them as disposable. So there's a part of the Illuminati that seems to be not that lowbrow. Like I said, I've been connected to a higher version of it that doesn't seem to be like a clown energy, kind of like like a James Bond villain type of stuff. It just seems like they're very, like I say, understanding, and they're not causing a lot of this stuff. They're just, yeah, they're a part of it. They're trying to keep us balanced. Also, this most of the light. Yeah, it's just it's part of our process. Also, it's basically is like they rattle our cages to see who awakens. Also, it's like if you're gonna do this, we'll help some of these other people awaken. It's like I know it's all crazy, right? It's all insane, right? Not really. It's just we don't, we're living in a movie basically. I mean, technically we are in some ways. We're just like, oh, that's all fake. That's all, yeah, right. It's just they're just reversing it. They're just telling us that, and then they're screwing around with us. It's quite fascinating. But that's how they keep themselves hidden. Of course, a lot of people aren't ready to hear all of this. They're just not ready to. It's just most of the population is just not ready. Eventually, but as many out there are connecting, you'll see these things more clearly. Yeah, you just get ideas or messages, and the idea is just to listen to it. Because it's coming to you for a reason. It's not just it's not just a thought. It's a download basically. So, like I felt pressure on myself for the past 2 days. Here I'm thinking it was an attack. It's like it's more of a download. Basically, is what I'm getting. So we'll see how things go with that. So, but as for the Illuminati energies, that'll become. I mean, I want to say I see them more like the god. Like there's different levels of it. It seems like there's a level is like it's very peaceful, and you got the level that's kind of crap. Well, you got the like the magicians. They're kind of sci-fi type of, very like Jedi, I guess, like Star Wars in some degree. That's you can say that. It's like Darth Vader and Luke Skywalker type of, kind of, the mental wars, stuff like that. Yeah, that's probably a better way of looking at it. Um, and you have them; they don't show themselves here that much. And then you get to more the clowns, where it's kind of like the gods of the Greek gods, where they're kind of like they get pissed off and then they throw a lightning bolt at us and stuff like that. That's what I'm getting from the weather war situation. Where it's like, yeah, it's like a society, it's a Illuminati energies. I still believe it's off world. It does come into ours, but not very often. But and they laugh at us, and they're kind of third dimension in some regard. They're not all super, they're kind of stupid in some regard, but they still have the power, and they you know do their thing with us. So like I said, I think we're gonna start tapping into more of that eventually when it's needed. So look, you're on camera. You're on camera. And he's decent. So, all right, well, I guess I'll leave him in there a little bit in there. There. So, yeah. All right. Okay. Now Zoe, I don't know what to do with it. I guess I'm gonna go like that. All right, we'll do a connection and see what comes through. Basically, yeah, with Zoe, when I was going to mention some of that. When I got him, I got Silver Ball first, and I went back there. I got him. I was going to get another one with that Silver Bell, but they didn't have it anymore. They all disappeared. But I got him. He was like the size of my hand, and 6 weeks old, 8 weeks, something like that. And yeah, I'm in like a little cage, and he didn't want to be in there, so I took him out, put him on my shoulder, and I drove home with him on my shoulder. So that was funny. So I remember those days. So yeah, he's a character. He's got that. So all right, we'll just just put him back the way it was. Yeah, it's weird to do it the other way. All right. All right. Okay, well, let's just do a connection and call it a night. So, all right. Yeah, boy, that Illuminati connections. We'll go into more of that when time is right. Maybe tomorrow. We'll see. Go into more details. So, all right. Much love, everyone. Blessings. And here we go. Greetings. I am Lazarus from the Syrian race. Yes, the Galactic Federation of Light. Yes, we connect to many different federations, bringing assistance to your Earth. As you become more focused within yourselves, Yes, you'll no longer need these material possessions, but at this time, it does help you identify yourself. Basically, your material possessions tell you a little about yourself, meaning many of them have possession messages within themselves, such as art, books. They're just messages to you of your who you are. They're to waken you up in their own little ways. Yes, through the arts is much used to help the soul remember. As you can tell with your television, much fairy energies are there to some degree as for what is called entertainment for your children, as for awakening up. So yes, it's also, yes, has to do a lot with your Illuminati energies also. As they add their little spin to it, but they also allow you to see yourself. They think it's quite humorous. They actually are reminding you about yourself, but also they're already adding their little dark spin to it. As for the violence and negativity along with it, as for war or whatever it might be. But still, as the humanity cracks itself open, you will find more of yourselves more clearly. The shell of yourselves will find itself more clearly. But at this time, many humans are having a tough time as it is to get through the day, let alone knowing who they are galactically. As for many of you are opening up more to your galactic connections, your energies are setting up. Also, your knowledge will be found on paper, through art, through some kind of creation. It might be one thing, it might be several things. Realize your impression will be brought out when the time is right to share your knowledge with others. It might not be now, but will be eventually. Do see many of you, not all of you, but many of you bringing out artistic side of you of some kind to share your knowledge with others. That is your contribution. It doesn't have to be many things. It could be one thing. It can be to one person. We just see that of the arts as very much living within all of you. You're all here, not necessarily to yes to have a. You all have a large impact, but you're all assisting each other into the opening of your earth. But it's done little by little. You're basically, it's like secret messages among each other. Even you don't understand it, but you know you have to do it. You have to express yourself in some way, correct? As you might see some Syrians with pointy ears and look of a blue energy, and some might look feline, some might look human, some might even look aquatic. There are many aquatic beings from all different types of solar systems that are connected to your Earth at this time. Some are from Alpha Centauri, some are from other places. The idea is to open up yourselves, yes, in some ways to take you out of your comfort zone when you are ready. Because remember, many of us hold back much information. We realize humans are not ready to hear certain subject matters of our what we look like. Because many are not. Some are, but still, we still hold much back. As for yes, what matters most is warning of yourself within. If we show an image of ourselves, is because most likely you are the same as we are. You just forgot. So we are working with even our own councils of what humanity, because we see your energy levels. We know what we can bring to you and what will be rejected, what will close you down. Some information will open you up more. Some will actually make you not want to connect with any more information because that's like way out there. I mean, many of you can pick up on that. As you can tell, most of your humanity, society shuts down any type of connection like this. But they don't realize how this will all become the norm eventually in their society. Eventually, they can't ignore it. And yet, it is in all of their entertainment. But yet, when we are doing a visitation such as this, they are rejected easily, which is quite humorous. They do receive it in their televisions, but when it comes into the real world, they easily shut it down because much fear, because they are not ready. As you can see, they might shut it down, but there's still an eye to it. Part of them is still looking in. Yes, and there are troll energies also. Yes, there are of a weaker vibration, unfortunately. They're easily manipulated by the lower vibrations, yes. And they don't realize how easily they are penetrated into a low energy darkness. They have no idea because they have so much negativity around. They're not realizing who's running their show. But also, they bring in much teachings to others where the positive is lacking. So it's not all of everyone. Every being here has a purpose, positive or dark. It all has a purpose to open up the shell of your earth. So our message to you, basically, to explore yourselves. If you feel a feeling of trying something new, please, if you feel comfortable with it, please take a dab at it, stab at it, however your planet words that. Explore that part of yourself. Many say they're not artists. You'd be surprised. It does not matter, first off, but you'd be surprised what comes through your pen. There are other forms of creation you can do. Is called words. You realize that other dimensions will find themselves to you. Many are at this time are connected to other dimensions of this earth, more positive dimensions. But the only problem is when they reconnect to the earth, they have difficulties adjusting back to this earth's low vibration. They realize those high vibrations are teachers. But the soul is going through a lesson because realize everything that's on this world has a purpose. Even if you don't agree with it, it still has a purpose. Your money system, your technology service, it all has a purpose. But a high vibration connected to a low vibration, you must look at, well, of course, you can do whatever you want, but look at the positive sides of all things and realize this earth, yes, is still an adolescence, a spiritual adolescence. So it must use technology to find itself, basically, and other means of communication technology, whatever it might be, to connect. All things matter in this density. All things. If you feel like you do not matter, please please remove yourself from that thinking, because that is just caused by manipulation, but it is also just from one distrust from oneself and one's own talents. That's where self-love can. Everyone serves purpose on this earth. We're not just saying that. That is all creation matters. It's just your world puts a class system on it of poor and rich. But realize your earth is going through a transformation, as you can see, awakening. It is learning how to tie its shoes, isn't it? Its spiritual shoes. It's learning how to put on its spiritual shoes on and learning how to tie and how to walk. Realize those things are not always easy at first, but you will be connected to the galactic communities. You are going at an excellent pace. We'll love you all. Blessings. All right, thank you. All right, leave you with that. All right, much love, everyone. Take care. Have a great week.